Hey Jake, congratulations on the big win and a great debut here in Bellator. It was a strong finish, and you just looked like you had a swagger in your step. So, what can you tell us about your future plans? You said you're going to be here for at least a decade. That's what your plans were. But last time I saw you competing, you were holding your belts in a wrestling promotion. You're the current Lucha Underground champion. You've been popping up at wrestling events all over the country. What's your plan? To continue MMA solely, or to still be dipping your toes in the wrestling arena?
Oh man, well first thank you to Bellator. This was an amazing opportunity they gave me to showcase something that I believed in myself. Really, I had so much fun out there and really enjoyed this whole week, and the past year and a half have been such a positive experience upon me, my family. I want to make this my main focus. I'd like to fight again very soon, and I know I got a lot of work to do, so after tonight, I'm very, very eager to get back in with my coaches and my team and get back to work.
Jake, congratulations on the win. The second you got that takedown, did the confidence level just shoot up like, hey, I got him, we're going to finish this?
I felt like I had a big smile on my face, yes.
Okay. And, you mentioned that you want to get back in there. Like, how soon? I know the win is fresh, and, obviously a lot went into this camp, but is there sort of an ideal time you'd like to fight? Like,
No, that's above my pay grade. I just, try to do what I'm told most of the time, and when the time is right, we'll do it. But
And leading up to the fight, did you have a lot of pro wrestling fan support heading into this? Like, did you really feel it? Because this was a big deal for yourself, because there hasn't been too many successful pro wrestlers transitioning to mixed martial arts.
One of the reasons why I wanted to cross over and do it with Bellator is because I knew we could make a big splash. But I think the response this week has been way more than I ever expected. I had so many wrestling fans, so many of my friends that I worked with over the last 12 years there reach out to me, and it was really, really humbling, and at the same time exciting, because this is very cool.
Hey Jake, how did it feel in there first time? I mean, was it comparable to being in a WWE ring? Like, what was just the feeling when you entered into the cage and there,
Yeah, I was having a lot of fun. I felt like I was going to worry about people looking at me a little bit, and that was going to affect my game plan or whatnot. But my team, my coaches did a great job beforehand. I felt very focused. I felt zeroed in on my opponent. And when I went out there, it was almost like quiet to me. And so that was surprising, because usually with a wrestling match, you're trying to remember every single super kick that you have to do.
And you said you want to fight again soon. I mean, what level are you looking to fight at? Because obviously, your opponent tonight was one-on-one as a pro. Do you continue to want to fight someone who has that level of experience, or do you want to kind of work your way up now?
Yeah, again, above my pay grade. I'll be the first to say I have a lot to improve on. I think it's very exciting where I'm going to be in 6 months, where I'm going to be in a year, where I'm going to be in a year and a half. Maybe at that time I could fight someone like Ryan Bader. I mean, what a great performance tonight.
Did you know Ryan at all from
He was at Arizona State when I was at Oklahoma. He was the 197-pounder. I was the 285-pounder at Oklahoma, so we didn't get to tangle at all.
Last thing for me, I don't know if you saw the photo from the WWE locker room. I guess they were rooting you on today. I think Heath Slater might have tweeted it out. Did you see that?
I haven't picked up the phone yet. Just kind of been smelling the roses.
Gotcha. Thanks, Jake.
Jake, congrats on the win again.
Thank you.
Speaking of your game plan, your ground and pound seemed very deliberate, very measured. You weren't going crazy, but the shots that you were landing were really impactful and definitely helped set up the finish. Was that something you specifically trained on, or was that just something you found yourself in the moment trying to be measured and trying to slow down?
No, that's something that we specifically trained on. We wanted to use the cage, and from the beginning, he put his back to the cage very quickly. And so I kind of felt like he was going to try to sucker me in with something. But once we got on top, we knew he wasn't getting back up. Very comfortable there. A lot of familiarity there. My team, my coaches have done a great job of explaining to me in an amateur wrestling way when it comes to jiu-jitsu or when it comes to the ground and pound game. So I understand it. And, I mean, that was definitely our game plan.
And then coming out of this fight and then going into your next camp, is there something you want to specifically focus on? Is there a specific part of the game that you want to pay more attention to going forward?
I don't know. How did my hair look tonight?
Great.
Like I said, this last camp, this last year and a half, we focused like specifically on a lot of striking, a lot of kickboxing, because I was very raw at it, and we needed the work there. I think in this next camp, I'd like to go with some more high-level wrestlers and focus on the girl that got me to the dance.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Jack, back here. Jack
Hello.
Swagger. Earlier this week, you were in pretty good spirits. You were very happy, about this whole experience and everything. But fight day can be very nerve-wracking. What was your day like today leading up to the walk to the cage?
Yeah, wife woke me up and immediately felt how lucky I was looking next to her. Hey, babe. I was really calm today. I felt like I related it a lot to this whole week. I related it a lot to a WrestleMania week. Very big match. This was definitely the biggest fight of my life, and so I relied on that experience a lot for today. But certain things throughout the day, we really focused on my nutrition. I had a nice cold glass of oatmeal like right before we got on the shuttle, and then I really feel like that helped me with the warm-up and getting that first win going. So calm, relaxed. I slept a little bit and then had some cold oatmeal.
You didn't seem to get touched in there at all. Did you get touched with anything that hurt whatsoever?
I felt like he was doing a good job from the bottom, getting some shots in on there, and his hands did feel heavy at that time. It happened very quickly for the takedown. He may have got my nose once in there, and then I was in on the double leg, and I slipped off a little bit, but then the ankle pick was there, so we went back there.
One or two more right here.
Jack, so obviously you also had a very great walkout. You had R-Truth and everything performing for you. Can you talk about what it was like to have that experience, which not a lot of fighters get in their debut?
Yeah, Ron Killings, R-Truth, what an amazing performer. His music career is just like, it's so fun to watch. It was very cool to have one of your best friends out there on your first fight on this huge platform that Bellator provided in Los Angeles. I mean, that's like a storybook moment that just happened. Very excited. I told him that I wasn't going to listen to him because I might tear up, and I was like, I got to be, game faced then. So very special to me, definitely.
You were obviously very enthusiastic all week, and now you get to fight night. Obviously, the adrenaline is up. Were you able to enjoy the experience? Was it everything you wanted it to be, or were you just too stressed about the performance?
No, I enjoyed it very much. When we got to the building, we got here about 4:30. Everything happened very fast. Before I knew it was 6 o'clock and we were going live. And so the warm-up went well, even though everything felt fast, but I was really enjoying myself. It felt very familiar back to when I would compete in college. The NCAA tournament is on a very big stage. So not that it compares to this one, but it helped me be ready. And like I said earlier, I was zoned in on my opponent. I didn't really see the crowd, and it was just, and I think that's why it was making me smile, is because I was like, oh, okay, I wasn't distracted.
Last one right here.
Yep.
Hey, Jack. You referenced Perry, Oklahoma. Is Danny Hodge still the toughest guy from Perry, Oklahoma, or are you trying to take that mantle there?
You're trying to get me a lot of trouble in Perry, Oklahoma. Danny Hodge is still the toughest guy from Perry, Oklahoma. I might be second with better hair. No. That's something that's very special to me. That's why I wanted to mention it. I know everyone in Los Angeles was like, are you from Perry? Who's from Perry? But the 4,000 people that were there, I'm pretty sure they were all watching it tonight. So I just wanted to send them a special message. Got to remember where you come from.
How important is Danny Hodge to you? I mean, for people who don't know who he is, what does he mean to you?
He's always someone I looked up to. I was fortunate enough to have him grow up. I grew up with him down the street, and so like you can't really measure it. That whole town, though, it just breeds wrestling. Everybody helps support it, and it's really a special place. I mean, it is considered the wrestling capital of the world, with more state championships in any school across the nation, any sport. Yeah, I said it. That's all. Sorry.
Thanks, Jack.
All right, thank you guys, the people.